my name's Emer and I'm striving for self-sufficiency. I thought I'd share what I've been up to recently, which has been sorting out my garden and my storage and systems for that. So I cleared out my garage, my greenhouse and the shed. I just got all the plastic pots piled into one area and then emptied the old soil out and mixed into some raised beds with some eggshells and some worm tea. I thought it would be best if I just cleared everything out of the greenhouse so that I could start with a clean slate in 2024. So for the first time ever, I decided to clean out and sanitize my plant pots, and this is to avoid any sort of bacteria or diseases from transferring to new plants. So I gave it all a really good brush down, and then in a basin I added homemade apple scrap vinegar along with some Dr. Bronner's soap, and this just give everything a bit of a rinse and a scrub. I didn't get everything washed, but I did get I'd say about 2/3 of the pots washed out. I sort of ran out of energy and then also room, drying room. It's pretty windy where we are, so I didn't want everything to blow away. So I washed what I could and organised everything by size. As I mentioned, I popped all the old compost into some raised beds, and I added some crushed eggshells in with that just to try and add some nutrients. Maybe this isn't a great idea, but I've sort of watched other YouTube videos where they say, don't waste your old compost. So I thought I'd put it to some use. And it's not over all the garden; it was just one raised bed. And as you can see, my little dog Spud. He's obsessed with the wheelbarrow and gets really mucky when he smushes his face up against the wheel. But yeah, he was he was keeping me company that day. A bit of a frustrating day in the garden with Spud. He's just into everything. He likes, so that day he was eating the eggshells that I added to the raised beds, and it was really frustrating. I spent more time chasing after him than I did actually doing any gardening. So yeah, bit of a frustrating session. If anyone has suggestions on how to keep a puppy occupied, please let me know. My brother-in-law asked what I wanted for my birthday a few months ago, so I told him could he help make a pallet compost bin for me. So me, my partner and his brother spent a few hours putting this together, stapling the mesh on, and they sort of pinned, I think they're called fence posts, I'm not sure, but used fence posts just to sort of keep it intact. It's missing a front panel, but that's something that we know that we need to add. I think this will be the first of many, so maybe have 3, I think 3 might fit in there. That's an idea, that's a job for another day, an idea for future. I ended up taking everything out of the greenhouse because I knew it was just full of like old leaves and grime. I just needed a good sweeping out. So this is my second year doing this, but I took everything out. I brushed all the little shelving units down and gave it a really good brush inside. There's some brambles trying to grow through and some weeds, so was just weeding the edges of that. There's a broken door at the minute, so I do need to get that fixed, and I do have There's a man I know locally who's really good with metalwork, so I'm going to try and get him out to fix the little roller mechanism is broken on the door. So it's not an issue of getting a replacement door, but yeah, we need to get that sorted. But yeah, I was so happy just to get it all cleaned out, and it just feels like a nice brand new space, all ready for some seedlings. We have this little metal shed in the garden as well, and I thought, right, that's going to be my little sort of garden tool shed, and it's where I'm going to keep my plant pots. I tried keeping plant pots in the greenhouse before, but actually it didn't really work. So in my head I'm thinking I'm going to do the potting on the patio. There's got a patio table, and yeah, which is quite close to that shed, and hopefully that system will work a little bit better for me, but I need to see if it works. Okay, let's talk manure. All the gardening books say add well-rotted manure to your garden to add nutrients, which I understood, but for ages I could not figure out where people were getting their manure from. So now that I live in the countryside and I've made some connections here, I did meet a lovely lady who owns these beautiful horses, and she said I could take as much horse manure as I wanted to. So I spent a little while with her filling up buckets and bags of this amazing well-rotted manure, and it was full of worms and it was fantastic. My only issue was I stacked some of the pots and they tipped over in my car, but hey ho, could have been worse. I did hurt my shoulder that day moving heavy buckets of manure, so I'm a bit cross at myself because I do bodybuilding and it's now interrupted my training, but fingers crossed it will heal quite soon. The things you do for your garden, but it made me feel like a proper gardener. Like I've added horse manure to my veg patch. Maybe this will be the year that I can make more of a go of it. I didn't, even though I filled the boot of the car with manure, it just wasn't enough. So I do need to do another trip, but I'm going to let my shoulder heal a little bit first. Yeah, I'm pleased with what I did. That was a busy day. Busy day carting horse poo. Added it to part of the veg patch. I did run out, so I did what I could. I'm never really sure if I do these things right because I'm just kind of self-taught and teach myself through YouTube videos and reading gardening books, but I thought it looked the part. The next steps are I need much more manure. I have started with my seedlings, which I'm really happy about. Hopefully this will make my gardening this year a lot easier, but we shall see. Big thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I don't think I'll be doing voiceovers again. I'm not really a fan of this. It just encourages my waffling. If you could hit like and subscribe, I'd be so grateful. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you on the next one.